Good afternoon. It's February 10th, 2023. We're looking at a range day today. Quite a few good trades the way I was seeing it. Um, I'm getting much better at these short-term channels and stuff. And the price action for the past few weeks, maybe 2 weeks or so, 3 weeks, price action's been playing out pretty according to the rules. So that helps because there will be weeks where it just feels like it's no signal bars, very range like, and it's just hard to read. But that hasn't been the case in my opinion the past few weeks. So let's take a look at these trades. Um, so 5 o'clock comes in right as we're bottoming out. So let's see if it was easy to catch that. You probably have it drawn something like that. So you do get a break and a move to a new low. I think it looks better on. I think I had the MES open and it looked a lot clearer that this was us bottoming out. But here it looks pretty hard to tell. I mean, unless you drew it like, yeah. If you drew it, look at it like this. Which there could be some validity to that. Let's make that yellow. Then it's very clear that, we have a break and a move to a new low. However, maybe this is how it's drawn. But I mean, usually you would start from up here. So, my guess is that people on different charts were playing it like this for whatever reason. And we have a break, move to a new low. But here on the 2000 tick chart, it looks like this. Break, move to a new low. You get a strong leg that shoots through the EMA. And you actually do get a reversal pattern, or well, you get congestion, so you can't really take anything based on reversal rules. But when you see a strong move through the EMA like that after a break at a new low, that's when you want to look for a reversal pattern. Unfortunately, it didn't set up here. You just get congestion. But you do get a first entry, second entry with a good signal bar. And this thing was trying to reverse. So when it couldn't go through the EMA, I think it's worth taking this. And I marked it blue because there is room to this high as well. You can see there's probably some profit taking once we make the new high. You see right here, people probably took profits. Right here, people probably took profits. Then we make this second leg up. And honestly, this is probably just two. Yeah, you can see that. Pretty much two legs up. We came short of it right there. But so really you could draw a channel here and then a channel here, and we get a break of this one and a move to a new high. And that's probably what people were doing. Most people were doing. But if you want to take this second entry long that confirms this trend channel, maybe you take that. But it looks a lot better drawing the short-term stuff here. Then you get a failure right here, which if you are drawing it the way I was saying, so let's draw it. Here you get a break and a move to a new high. So you could take this as a reversal. But the problem is you don't know if there's enough people playing it like that. And I don't know. This looks more like a failed second entry to me. I don't take failed second entries anymore. I only take reversals. So it just doesn't look. I don't. It looks like I was skeptical of it, especially since this swing is above the EMA. But you could definitely take that. Then we shoot through the EMA, and I don't think you can take this, even though technically that would be a reversal. This is below the EMA. This looks like it tried to make a higher low, but it didn't. So that's not a second entry long. or else if it was, I would probably mark that blue. We made a swing high here, so that's just the first entry. You can't take that. We're just chopping around. I don't like any of this. But when we make this, few legs down, it's probably something. There's probably something there. Yeah. The problem here is you don't really. Well, okay, so let's say we have one leg of correction, two legs up to a new high on here. And this is a new low from this. Then you could argue for this reversal right here. I mean, this sets up pretty darn well. This reversal rockets through the EMA, pulls back, tests it once, goes up again, comes back, tests it again. So I like that, but I could see why some people wouldn't like it, because this looks like a channel down and we don't get a move to a new low. But at the same time, I mean, if you're drawing short-term stuff, clearly we have a break and a move to a new low there. So two legs down to a new low, might I add. So, I mean, I like this setup. Then we come up here and you get a break of this channel and a first entry, second entry, expecting a new high, room to the highs, off the EMA. You could also argue that's a double test, so I like that. You are going into the highs, but the signal bar that good, I think you can take that. Then we just start going sideways, and this is a lot of overlap. I don't like anything in here, but I am seeing this double test. That's also a second entry short. I'm gonna have to mark it green because I'm seeing it didn't make a new high. But if you want to go for 4 ticks right there, 96.75, you have enough room. So I think you can take that. And you get a lower high and a failure right here, but that's not touching the EMA. So I don't think you can take that. And we get a break and a couple legs down to a new low. And you don't get a good reversal setup really, but you do get a second entry long. And after the break of this channel, we're expecting a new high. Good signal bar. I say you take that. And then it just looks like we're going sideways, but you do get 2 legs up to a new high. Lower high here. We get a break of that channel, and you get a first entry, second entry short, confirms that trend channel. I marked it green because this didn't make a new high, but that is very clearly, it just looks like a second entry. And maybe you take a limit order there and put it 1 tick below this bar, because technically that's supposed to be your signal bar. Then we come down here, and you get a break of this short-term channel, first entry, second entry, off of this key entry point. Good signal bar. Problem is we came up short of this channel, but that key entry point is holding prices. I think you got to take that. We come down here, come to the bottom of the channel, and we bounce, and you get a second entry short off that channel again. But I marked it red, but really this move up looks very strong, and it shoots above the EMA, so I wasn't even thinking about that. So you probably want to be extra careful right there. And I mean, this trend channel could be, this trend channel is probably, yeah, this trend channel actually, I drew it wrong. So that's a break. But we are expecting a new low, but it looks like you're still inside this channel correction. So I probably should have marked this green. But it's a second entry short. And you can see it looks like a type of reversal, but we didn't get a break of this channel and a move to a new low. But you get 1 leg up, 2 legs up, and then it just goes sideways and it can't break below the EMA. You get a second entry, but I marked it green because we're waiting on a new low, and it actually gets you 9 ticks, but then it stops those people out before going higher. So maybe you take this double test, but I'm not too crazy about those. We get this move up, overshoot leads to a break. You get a nice second entry short confirming that trend channel. Even if you draw the trend channel again, like a little differently, that's off the trend channel. Okay, and you could look at this as a double top, so it's also like a failure. So yeah, break one, 2 legs down to a new low, and then it looks like it's trying to reverse, but it doesn't do it. Doesn't, but you get a second entry and a higher low, super bullish bar. Perhaps you take that. Yeah, you might take that. So that's how I saw it today. Handful of good trades today. Hopefully that continues next week. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll be back next week.